Hi there guys, on this short tutorial I'm going to show you how to make hardened steel. The first thing you need is a tannery. So in order to use the tannery you have to get bark. Now you get bark with your pickaxe from a tree, but the place that gives the most bark, weirdly enough, are the white trees that look like they've got no bark. So there's loads of those in this area. I'm in the area where the boss spider is. Whoops. Whoops again. That's what I meant to do. So I'm here, there's stacks and stacks of bark all over this area, so it's really easy to get. So you need bark, you also need to pop into there some of these hides, and then you just start the process going, and it makes some leather, and as a byproduct you get tar. So I've just taken my tar out, I have 20 here, and when it finishes making this piece of leather, you'll see, there we go, we've got some tar. You then take your tar to your little alchemy thing, which is downstairs. Pop down here. So you want to take your tar in here and pop it in with some brimstone. So we have brimstone and we have tar. Now you get brimstone, let me just start this making. You want to then make some steel fire. So I'm going to start that going, and we need some fuel in here. I've got some dried wood. So the brimstone, one of the best places to get brimstone is all the way up here, inside this section just here. It's all over the place. It's a little bit further into the game than where I am because I've really just started with this character. But when you're up there, you need your sandstorm mask because this area is poisonous. But then you can get lots and lots of brimstone. But all the way back down here, just here at Death Whisper Ruins, there is a cave full of spiders. There's a stack of brimstone in there, so more than you will need. So you can get your brimstone from very early areas in the game, or up there, where there is a lot more of it. So, let's have a look. We've now got a few steel fires. We also need some iron. I've got my iron already. Obviously, for iron, you just get iron ore and pop it into your kiln. This is a slow process. I thought I'd made some of these already, but I haven't. But I'm not sure how many I need, but I think I need at least 5 or something like that. I don't have any thralls on any of my equipment, so it's costing me maximum amount of materials to do this, and it's going as slow as possible. So obviously when you've got thralls, it goes a lot quicker, and you don't need so much stuff. So you make more of it using less resources, which is awesome. So I think I need 5, so I'm going to wait until I've got 5 and then take those out. What we then need to do is pop down to our kiln. We pop this steel fire into the kiln with some iron, and that's going to make some steel. So when this one's finished, I'm just going to do that. So there we go, I've got 5. Now I'm going to pop down here to my kiln. Hopefully the giant spider, oh, he's over there, that's awesome. He was standing around here for ages, that was really annoying, but he's gone over there now. So now we're going to go to the kiln, and we're going to pop in there some iron, our steel fire, and we need something that burns. Well, I haven't got anything. Oh, I've got some coal. Awesome. So we're going to pop those in and start crafting. Oh, brilliant. So we're going to get 5 steel from our steel fire. So we only need 1 steel fire per steel. I didn't realise that. I thought you needed more. So I assume it's going to use 5 iron. We'll see as soon as it's crafted the first one. Yeah, so it was 5 iron. So we then have our steel bar. Now what we need to do after that is to put in some brimstone. So when we put in some brimstone and we've got some steel, the brimstone and the steel turns into hardened steel. Now you can see there on the queue I have 1 hardened steel bar, so it takes 2 steel and some brimstone to create 1 hardened steel bar. So I'm just going to take this out now, so it forces it to make the steel bar, and we'll see how much brimstone it uses. I think it's 5, I can't remember. So 2 steel bars and some brimstone. It was 1, so 2 steel bars and 1 brimstone gives you 1 hardened steel bar. So let's pop these in and start it going again. So obviously I need more of my steel fire. But that is how you make hardened steel. Now, I didn't realise this for a really long time. I thought you needed to cool down the steel and warm it up and cool it down and warm it up, and that would make it harder, like in real life. So I was expecting to need like shards of ice and things like that. So I didn't even try to make hardened steel until I'd got into the ice areas of the game up north. And then when I got up there and I started playing around with ice and it didn't work, I thought, what the hell is going on? Then I discovered that it's just brimstone, which is really easily accessible right at the beginning of the game. Now, the steel is fantastic because it's much more useful for making much more powerful weapons when you don't have access to star metal yet. So really, really simple. You just need the tar, which you get from your tannery just by processing the hides. It's a byproduct of creating leather. You then use the tar and the brimstone in your alchemy thing, and that creates the steel metal that you pop into your kiln with your iron. That creates your steel, and then you put your steel back into your kiln with some more brimstone, and that creates your hardened steel. That's all there is to it. It's so simple. And as I said previously, in here, right near the beginning, in Death Whisper Ruins, that's where you get the brimstone, and everything else is readily available. So, I mean, getting the hides are everywhere. You just skin something, and then processing them is very, very easy, but you do need bark, and to get the bark, you need to use your pickaxe on a tree. And as I said, these dry trees that are in this area, these ones, oh, there's my pickaxe. Let me get my pick. These trees give the most bark. So if I just have a little pick at this. See, well, I've got 3 times resources on this actual server, so it's just giving me 30 bark from hitting one tree. I have on my attributes down here on survival, I always have the second one because it doubles the speed that you harvest things. So you whack some stone twice and you've harvested it, which is so much better. And these trees, you just hit them once. So that one gave me another 24 bark. And they also give you dry wood as well. But if we go to this normal tree here, whack that, it gave me 6 bark. So you see the difference? Trees that have very clearly, all this cobweb's in the way, trees that have very clearly got bark all over them give you sod all, so stingy on the bark. But when you go to one of these trees that have no bark whatsoever, these white ones that are in all the desert areas, 24 bark. So from 6 to 24, it's a huge difference. So yeah, if you want to get bark, then go to one of the desert areas where you get a lot of these dry trees, and it's a much, much easier way of getting bark. If you're wondering what this contraption is, this is my boss spider trap that enables you to solo killing the boss spider really, really easily. I have uploaded another video on that, so if you'd like to know how to kill the boss spider with almost no effort, it just takes a little bit of time, then please do watch my other video. But there we go, now you know how to create hardened steel. So that's all from me, guys. Please leave a like. If you have not already, then please subscribe, and I will be uploading more game hacks shortly. You take care and have an awesome day. Bye-bye.